WWE will reportedly not be granting Mustafa Ali's release request. Have AEW signed a released WWE star? And WWE have abandoned a controversial name trademark. We'll tell you more shortly. So, as you may remember, because it's only a little while ago now, Mustafa Ali requested his release from WWE, reportedly very creatively unsatisfied with his direction in the company. He's somebody that we've not really seen on TV for a few months now, in fact. And apparently WWE had pitched some sort of creative to him, which he might have taken umbrage with and didn't want to do. And speculation is certainly rife as to what that was. I think we can read between the lines. I think I figured that one out, but we won't go into that. But according to Fightful Select, a new report from them, WWE have no plans to grant Mustafa Ali's release. He does have a few years left on his contract, so I hope he likes catering, because
yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. That he's just gonna end up back there for months and months and months, just waiting for something, right? Just in catering. We've seen this happen before when someone asks for the request for the release from WWE. Sometimes when they make it public as well, such as like Luke Harper, Brody Lee, when he asked for his release and went public with it, they were like, no, we'll just add a few more months on there instead for the time that you were injured. So, I mean, I feel like it's almost obvious that they're not letting him go because they see so much potential in him and what he can do. You know,
But why not use him then?
Well, exactly, that's the thing. But then we've seen this happen with many other people as well, like FTR too, when they were like, please, can we have our release? And WWE can clearly see the potential that they have as a tag team, but they might not just necessarily have anything for them. And I don't know if it's just some sort of petty thing in which, like, I don't want to see that person go to somewhere else and then shine, but we don't have anything for them. But we don't want to see that person
it's
flourish.
Petty, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really
is petty. Like if you're not going to play with your toys, they get taken to the car boot. By which I mean AEW or somewhere else. No, I hope they come up with something proper for him, because it goes without saying, like, he's a phenomenal in-ring talent, but he's also got, like, he's really charismatic. He cuts a hell of a promo when given the opportunity. If you cast your minds back a few years, SmackDown, when he was doing the mobile phone promos,
it's so good.
Sort of pioneered that in WWE. Like, he started doing those. They were like, oh, they're good. We'll put them on the telly. And then all of a sudden, all of these other wrestlers are doing promos from their car. The Miz and Mojo, I remember doing some as well. So yeah, it does suck. It said that the term value was brought up a lot in the discussions between Ali and WWE. We don't really know a great deal more than that. My assumption is that they've said, hey, you do have a lot of value to us. We just don't have anything for you creatively right now. But that's speculation. It's a shame. It's another thing that doesn't look especially good on WWE. They're legally entitled to do it, of course. Just play with your toys. Yeah. Play with your toys. Speaking of releases, AEW have potentially signed a released WWE star. Speculation is rife this morning that AEW has signed ex-WWE wrestler Marina Shafir. So she's been competing for the last month or so on AEW Dark. She's generally been picking up wins. I think she had a loss to Chris Statlander last month, but she's been doing pretty well down there. But the reason that everybody is saying that this is a thing is because AEW's online store, Shop AEW, have just released a t-shirt for her, which to the best of my knowledge hasn't been done for anybody who isn't under contract. So I guess wait until the Marina Shafir is All Elite graphic goes up on the social media, but I don't think that's been done before. They've sometimes launched them a day or two early before announcing that a wrestler has been released. I should point that out. But generally when that happens, they are contracted to AEW. Do you think she's a valuable signing for them?
I think she will be. I think she's got potential to be that. I think there's quite a lot of potential for growth. Obviously, she's got a mixed martial arts background, so at least she's got that under her belt as well. And she did really well in the GCW Josh Barnett's Bloodsports match too.
Oh, yeah.
Quite recently. Like, she's really good in that style. And when she brings that style into the wrestling, she ends up coming out with some really interesting and like different takes on like suplexes and chokeholds and everything, which is cool to see. So AEW is like the perfect place for her to develop that sort of, you know, the wrestling side of things. She's got like Thunder Rosa there. She's got Serena Deeb there. Like, she's in a perfect place to just get better and hone her craft. And then hopefully we'll see her do something of substance on like Dynamite and Rampage.
That's it. I think you've really nailed it when you say the key word there is potential, isn't it? Because she is still rough around the edges, but you've got to keep in mind that she's only been doing this properly since 2018.
Yeah.
So she's still pretty green, obviously. But I was surprised when WWE did release her, because I think that she's somebody that is going to grow as a performer, and I think we've seen that on NXT TV, and I think we're probably going to start seeing it a little bit more on AEW TV as well. She's somebody that will improve and improve, so good luck to her. If it's true, make your own minds up. Maybe the graphic will be tweeted by the time this video goes out. We don't know. Hopefully Marina Shafir is indeed all elite. Moving over to Gunther flavored news now. So it's everybody's been talking about this week. WWE, just in case you're unaware, filed to trademark Gunther Stark. Gunther Stark, I almost said back in the day then. Gunther Stark was a legit Nazi officer in the SS. They have now abandoned that trademark. So Walter on this week's NXT grabbed the mic and said, Call me Gunther?
Call me the winner of the match or something. Call me Gunther. Yeah.
Call me Gunther. So that's his new name. WWE.com have reflected updated their website to reflect that change. He is now Gunther. He is not Gunther Stark. Gunther Stark was a very different man who we won't talk about anymore, but they have abandoned the trademark on that, so it doesn't look like they're going to be moving forward with Gunther Stark as a character, which leaves that trademark open for you, Andrew, to swoop in.
Thank you so much.
I mean, it's... Go on.
I was just going to say, is that like my bonus this year? I get the trademark.
Exactly,
Thank you so much, boss man.
You're welcome. I mean, people are obviously, as I say, talking about this a lot. I think it's just a really funny thing that's happened. I don't think it was intentional.
No.
And I think if you can't see the comedy in WWE accidentally filing trademark for a Nazi officer... But then, what's the term? Give your head a wobble.
And well, that's the thing as well, though, because I was on the fence. Like, you can't literally trademark that name and then give it to Walter, right? Like that almost seems somewhat like they knew what they were doing, almost, you know. But then at the same time, it is like, I mean, it's good to see that they've seen the backlash from this and gone, yes, let's not dive fully into this whole Gunther Stark thing, and let's drop that last name there.
Yep, it's the right choice to make.
It is.
Let's say no more about it. We are finishing off with another man, talking of releases, somebody who was released who, again, we saw a great deal of potential in, Karrion Kross. And he has been speaking on Busted Open Radio and revealed that he did indeed express concerns to WWE over the direction of his character after he was called up to the main roster. So, just in case you're a new fan, he came out dressed as a gimp and got beaten by Jeff Hardy quite quickly. No bother. So he said, I believe it was the second week of the outfit. I did speak with management. I said, look, I'm saying this out of professionalism and respect, based on the reaction from last week, which is measurable through social media, and the live reaction as well. This is not being received well. So respectfully, I do believe that we should attempt to change the course at this point before it's too late, or we can attempt to develop some sort of narrative that we can put on television where we can connect with what I was doing on NXT versus what I'm doing here, because people don't understand What's going on? To paraphrase, I was told to just stay the course, which I thought at the time was crazy. I did speak up very early, but in a respectful manner. I never walked into anybody's office or told somebody I'm not doing this. Nothing like that at all. I said, I want to be a return on your investment. If I can't do that, I'm going to be out of here. I know how this works. So the course we're on right now, we're about to go off a cliff. I did make that very clear. And he was totally right, wasn't he? He was completely right. And fair play to him for standing up, right? Because it was dog.
It was dog poo. We had little bits of something where it looked like they were going to change it. Do you remember that there was 1 or 2 promos that he did backstage, which was almost like Sean O'Hare's devil advocate thing. Like he was wearing a suit and everything, and it seemed like that was going maybe to be the direction they went in with it. But then the next week he was back out with his gimpy mask on and getting beat up by people. So that was good. I mean, yeah, good for him for sort of standing up for himself there and taking initiative when it's like, if this isn't working, this isn't working, and how am I going to get over? You've just brought me in, and like you said, I want to be in it. I want to return on your investment. I want to give you money back. That you brought me in. I want to make you money, but this is not the way to do it. And fair play to him. Fair play to him just for sticking up for himself there.
And that's the thing, like, people weren't going to change. They weren't like next week going to go, actually, I think that sort of BDSM outfit that he's wearing, the little what's it, the sub?
Yeah.
Cuck? Well, I don't know what it's called.
Might get that off shop.com now.
Yeah, I think that's kind of cool, you know. I wish they would make action figures with that on. Maybe a little something with it. There you go. What an eloquent man, by the way. He's a very eloquent and creative man, and he's got a full head of hair again now. I don't know if you've seen that.
I mean, you don't have to rub it in. I'm like, can bald people grow hair back again? Fantastic, I'll try it.
Well, you can't. Sorry, right, that's your lot. So stay tuned, more news coming, and hopefully that's the last time we ever have to talk about Gunther Stark. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.